doctor's a little unconventional.
He's a miracle worker.
What is he doing here?
Helping us. What do you think?
Paul, if Ant-Man went to therapy.
He's afraid of spiders. Strong arachnophobia.
The advice would be, okay, well then stay away from spiders.
That's why he's all about ants.
Yeah.
And Ron Burgundy goes to therapy.
I think first of all, he goes against his will, maybe stays for 5 minutes before he's like, I'm not listening to this mumbo jumbo. Where's the nearest bar? My therapist is a bottle of Johnny Walker. Blue Label, the expensive stuff.
That's good therapy.
Yeah.
Agnes goes to therapy.
I think at this point, Agnes has nothing wrong. Has done not one thing wrong.
First thing I'm going to do is completely unethical. I'm going to give you a hug. No, I'm a hugger.
What did you know about this podcast when you found out about it, when you listened to it? Were you like, this has to be fiction? This can't be real.
I was unfamiliar with it. It was recommended by my agent, like, you might want to listen, you should listen to this. They're thinking about making it into a series. Paul and Michael Showalter, you guys were already kind of onto it.
Yeah.
And potentially talking about it. Yeah.
Yeah, right around the same time. Maybe, I don't know, a couple days before you had heard it.
Yeah.
It's a pretty wild story, but I knew it was a true story. And it's also, as far-fetched as it might seem, it's not a unique story. I mean, we've seen this happen before.
When you listen to it, I was absolutely shocked. I couldn't believe, with every twist and turn, it just gets more and more strange and unbelievable. So then when the opportunity came to be in this, and then the scripts were so incredible, and kind of Georgia Pritchett is so funny, who wrote them, so it's so dark and funny and twisted. So excited to be a part of it, and we were saying like the wildest plot turns in this are all true, and you just can't believe it.
The podcast is so brilliant at showing you the slow burn of it. The Ike character just very slowly, step by step, gets his claws deeper and deeper into Marty's life. And Marty is a very smart person. I've met him, and he's incredibly smart, lively, bright guy, but who is just got some weaknesses around trust. There's elements of it in Tammy Faye, and I'm very interested in the ways in which people are manipulated by other people. You look at Jim Baker, and they had these followers and these people that were willing to do anything for them, and they were taking advantage of that relationship. And I think it's something very similar happening here with Ike, the way that people manipulate other people and the sort of the nature of that. It's all very interesting.
The goal of life is to live. Will turn you into the man you truly deserve to be.
The two of you are obviously comic geniuses, and this you could take and make so large and so broad comically. Did you feel yourselves having to rein it in?
It felt like a luxury, to be honest, to get to play someone very real, very contained in terms of performance. I'm usually asked, and I contribute to it as well. Like, how can we make this bigger? How can we make this crazier? What can I bang into? But to just sit and kind of perform these well-crafted scenes, to just kind of relate to Paul as the other character in what's, very much, they're very talky. The series very, I loved it.
It's in Georgia's script, so that she really has reined it into a perfect tone that is asking for exactly what it needs. So there's no real reason to push in any direction except for what it needs. And B, I got to meet the actual Phyllis. We had a couple of Zooms together, who is remarkable. So that did you just were held accountable by her experience.
In conceiving of the show and the kind of show we wanted to make, we knew that there were moments of humor here. There's a lot of humor in this show. Just them being New Yorkers, just the time period, just the Woody Allen-ness of it has its own kind of there is a humor there to it, but that we also knew that these characters were deeply in pain, and that we wanted to tell a story that could both be very funny, but that could also be really dramatic, and that we knew that in order to do that, you can't tip it. You can't go to that Anchorman place.
I am going to take care of everything. Feels good, doesn't it?